What's the actual charges? I'm trying to see. I mean, I'm hearing the Cassie stuff, but he ain't on trial for whooping on Cassie. Yes, we saw that, but he ain't on trial for that. And she did get paid. Oh. What are the charges? You can't have a RICO by yourself. Is this just laying the groundwork to say he was Biden? Yeah, I'm just trying to figure it out because we already knew a lot of this. Y'all nasty. You was in the freak house too. You liked it. Quit playing, Cassie. He probably did manipulate you, and then you just never left. Even when people tried to help. But okay. What are the actual charges? P. Diddy.
Yo, so we back in here for another edition of F-ya-Motha, and I don't know what day of the trial this is, nor do I give a damn, but it's getting really interesting. Today, the prosecutors brought up the fact that Cassie's friend, Carrie Morgan, I guess she was a model of some sort, she got out of pocket and Diddy hit her with a wooden coat hanger, to which he had to settle out of court. I think this happened like 2015. He had to settle out of court with her and gave her some bread. Cassie also gave her some bread so they could smoothen over their friendship. I can only imagine what was said. I know behind the scenes Diddy probably pro-black than a motherfucker, so he probably wasn't taking kindly to whatever. Like, nah, let me stop. I don't know. Probably crackhead fights. You know what I'm saying? But in other news, also as it pertains to the Diddy case, it says Cassie claims her now husband Alex Fine once FaceTimed her during a sexual encounter with Diddy. That's weird in itself. Like, Kanye West might have named his album Cuck, and Diddy might have been doing cuck activities with Cassie, but this dude clearly was one. The fact that he saw that beforehand and still married her, I don't know. Some dudes, like, there's a limitation. You can't be a simp all your life. But it says right here, Cassie told Diddy, "I'm lost without you," when she was dating this guy. So not only did she send text messages to Diddy and saying this, she actually FaceTime, bro, while she was getting the business done. Like, this is all I'm gonna say is shit just keeps getting weirder and weirder by the day. But it's not a crime. I haven't heard anything criminal. The fact that she actually says she was lost without him, telling him that she's always down to freak off, it doesn't sound like a victim. I don't care what nobody says. I'm using common sense and logic. A lot of people are being emotional and saying, "Oh, he manipulated her." Come on now. We always like to say men and women are equal, or at least feminists do. So if they are, when does a person, or you know what, in the words of Jay-Z, when do the lies end? When does the truth begin? When does begin? When is reality set in, or does it not matter? I guess in America, it don't matter. You can just say stuff that just sounds sweet. You independent, you're equal to a man, until a situation like this, and he was manipulated and you couldn't get away. And come on now, it's 2025. Are we still believing this monkey shit? And then we got right here, just for the naysayers, I did do a video probably 6 months ago when this first took off, where people was trying to make a leap from Diddy's sexual orientation to him being whatever, I guess a pedo or whatever, because he had like a adopted daughter. He was cool with Justin Bieber. I think he was managing him, taking him under his wing, and people were trying to correlate that to him possibly doing unsavory things with the pop star. But it just says right here, Justin Bieber's team has released an official statement clarifying that Justin was never one of Diddy's victims, and he was not abused. Which I was telling people like that. I don't know why people, yes, he might be a freak with men and women, but I don't think Justin Bieber was a victim. Right? Like, people always, like, it almost reminds me of my father when he used to like talk about my older cousin, My older cousin Eric. Eric used to take us to the movies and get us into the movies take us to the movie theaters. He had a boyfriend that worked at the movie theaters, and you get us in the movie theaters for free. We used to get free popcorn. I think I was like 13, 14. My sister was like 14, 15. And my dad used to always be like, he would call and be like, we tell him, yeah, we just got done hanging out. Eric got us into the movies for free. Man, mind you, my cousin would get us in the movies. He wouldn't actually see the movies with us. He would just drop us off. His boyfriend would let us go in the movies. And I don't know what they did, but he didn't stick around in the auditorium while we watched the movie. So I used to always tell my dad, like, yo, bro, what are you talking about? One, it's family. Two, he likes dudes. I don't think he liked kids. And he didn't. Now my cousin is 57 years old. He never did nothing. So the fact that people, especially white media, was making a jump from Diddy's bisexual possible orientation to him actually being a pedo, I think it was way out of pocket and out of line. How, considering that we like to say that trans people or people and LGBT people are just as like should be treated as equal as regular people, but then when a black man gets exposed as being bisexual, then they like to somehow demonize his sexual orientation, the same thing that they don't want people doing to them, to the point where they actually say like crazy outlandish shit like black people are homophobic. Make it make sense. We can't be homophobic and then in the same breath, when you find out a person is actually LGBT, then you're poking fun at him and demonizing him and his sexuality to the point where you're claiming that he possibly was SAing kids. Like, what are we doing here? This is the biasness that I speak about that happens in America with black people. It's good when white people or non-black people or LGBT, soon as they find out, especially a man. Like, I don't think, you know what I'm saying, they're giving Doechii a pass and Janelle Monáe and Young M.A. and like yada yada yada, Niecy Nash. I could keep going. When it's a black woman that's bisexual or lesbian, it's not a problem. When it's a black man, they get found out to being, I guess, bisexual or LGBT, like Odell Beckham Jr., Diddy, several other entertainers, possibly Meek Mill. I made fun of Meek Mill, but in all fairness, we don't know if that was him in that recording or if it was real. So the fact that people actually like demonize or poke fun at their sexual orientation, I thought we was in here trying to be like non-homophobic. Because if those same jokes were made to Sam Smith or George Michael or Ricky Martin, if those comments came from a black person, it'd be a problem. So like, I'm not necessarily sticking up for LGBT black men, but I'm just saying, like, white media, stop making that jump from LGBT to SAing minors. I think that's very out of pocket. There's no evidence. Justin Bieber's camp has actually made a statement and said he wasn't a victim. So I think TMZ and Inside Edition and the hard copy, if it still comes on TV, I don't know. I don't watch television. Yeah, stop it with the pedo jokes. And yeah, he like baby oil. Yeah, he like drugs, but he messed with consenting women and possibly grown men. In any event, if y'all like this episode, you know what to do. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm out.